Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, it's kind of loading. It's not completely loaded, but it's also really big, so maybe that's why. Ladies and gentlemen, today we built a new base, and I don't want to even spoil it, so I'm not going to show you anymore, but it's a little insane. This is 1000% the safest base we've ever built in this game, and the largest. So if you guys are excited to watch this build project go down, be sure you're subscribed. We're super close to 900K, and if you want to say you were here before it, there ain't much time left. Down in the description is actually some inspiration, because I saw somebody else build something similar, and I loved it so much, I had to build one in my own world. That's enough for the intro though. I don't want to spoil too much, so I hope you guys enjoy. Welcome back. We just found ourselves a llama in one of the coolest spots I think I've ever seen one of these things. And I don't want him to disappear because I'm going to try to make him my pet. I doubt this works, but it's a crazy story because right before I started recording, it was the middle of the night in the middle of the ocean and a butterfly appeared. And I had to follow it because one spawning in the middle of the sea is kind of insane to me. And it led me to whatever's going on here. I want to make this guy my pet. So we have one thing to do, and that's back out and see if he's still here when we join back. I don't have a good feeling about this, but we're going to send it anyway. And we are back. In typical Lego Fortnite fashion, I was lagging and I couldn't move, but here's the moment of truth. We're gonna turn around and see. Yeah, no. Okay, never mind. That did not work as we expected. But from what you saw at the beginning of this video, you may have been a little confused because as you can see, I was doing some building in a spot you've never seen before. And it's right behind me over here. It's like half rendered in. You can kind of see it. I'm not going to spoil it. I'll do a reveal of that base in a future video, but that's a level 10 village that we're working on. But we've made it back to our main base. And if you guys are excited for the daily videos to be back, then go ahead and subscribe. We are building the craziest empire out here on Lego Fortnite, and I would love you guys to join us on this journey. Today though, we aren't going back to the ocean village that I was just talking about because I realized I am bored. Besides this village, a lot of the builds that I've been doing aren't super big, and I want to do more giant build projects, even though there's some problems that we'll run into. And before we do anything, we have to actually start building, which is scary because we have the complexity warning, but I do need to rebuild this staircase, and I'm going to do it off the top of this, which is going to look ugly, but it's temporary. I just need an easy and simple way to get to the snow biome, and this is going to be it. And to be honest with you, I don't know what the height limit is for building in this game, and I'm already pretty high, so I'm just going to keep going. And I'm getting a little concerned because I only have 100 wood left, and it seems like it's still letting us build. Is there even a build limit in this game, or can you go forever? Oh, wait, did we just hit it? I think we're at the skybox. I have some weird... Oh, yeah, we can't go up any higher. But we're very high up, as you can tell. And I want to see how far I can make it on one single glide. I have a feeling that I can make it super far into the snow biome, which is where we're going, if you couldn't tell by now. So let's go ahead and do our new flying method and see how far we can actually get. Oh my, this is actually the best flying method in the game. Let's just not die here. There we go. And we are all the way in the snow biome. I need to make a tutorial on that. I know it's pretty simple to do this flying method, but I know a lot of people also don't know how to do it. And I think everyone needs to know how to do this because it saves you so much time playing this game. So yeah, stay tuned to the channel because I think pretty soon I'm actually going to make a tutorial on this. And we are at the top of Mount Everest, aka the highest mountain in the entire snow biome. And we're here because we're building our next base here. This is going to be my biggest build of all time, and I'm going to need a ton of resources, but the area of this build is super important. If you guys will remember, I've been going super hard on my cave village, and I was just up on that hill, but if you turn around, I'm actually in the ice cave that I built in. And honestly, this base being here is the reason that I'm gonna go ahead and build right outside of it. I need to be able to have easy... Whoa, you're chilling right outside of the gates. Like you guys already know, inside of the base is 100% safe, but outside of it, there's still monsters in this cave. Eventually, I'll make that entire cave safe, but for now, we need to go ahead and get started on today's project. And I'm realizing now that I am unequipped because I'm cold. I still have on my cool-headed charm from when I was in the desert, and that's not smart. So I've dumped everything in my inventory, and we're already going back home. And as I was flying back to this base, I looked up and I realized how crazy this thing looks. But we're only here for one thing, and that is an inner fire charm. Now we can actually survive in the cold. And the first thing we have to do for this build project is get some granite. We are done getting our granite. We have 953 pieces. That should be a good start. And yes, I said start. We're probably going to end up needing more. And we are here. Let me start laying this down so you guys can get a vision of what we're doing. And I'm going to be using a lot of granite for this. So luckily we have a lot. All right, and we are finishing up the last of the railings that we're gonna place for now. And as you can see, yeah, we have a ginormous staircase, and we'll get to the bottom and turn around. But this thing is just a little bit oversized, and we still have a lot more work to do. As cool as these staircases look, it's not supported at all. We have a lot of granite here, and now we're gonna add walls to the side of the entire thing. And oh my goodness, I'm now realizing how long this thing is gonna take. But let's take you up the staircase and show you a little bit of the design, which isn't too crazy, but you can see it from here. And the difficulty of doing this in survival mode is the fact that I have to do things like this. So the staircase that I'm standing on is built for the sole purpose of just doing this. And I have a feeling I'm probably gonna have to do this pretty often. And flying down once again, I would be lying to you if I told you that this didn't take me like 2 hours to do. But look at this place. In my opinion, it's looking great so far, and it's only gonna get better. There's one problem with this though. It's super expensive. I've already used like 1,500 granite on this, and I need more. I'm fully out, so yeah, we're gonna get some, and I'm not even gonna do a time lapse because this is boring. I'll see you guys when I'm back in building. We're just gonna continue to pop down these railings, and then we have to do the underside like we've done over here. And we're back under this thing building out the walls, which is honestly the most tedious part of this entire process. But if we back away, it looks so nice. So yeah, definitely worth it, but it is a long process. And if you see above, we built a little bit more of the staircase out. I'm going to keep coming down here because this thing is so big and that's the only way you can see the entire thing. But to explain the plan, because I don't think I've done that yet, we're at the top of the first part of the staircase, and there's two ways you can go. You can go right, which leads you super high up, or if you go on the left side, it's a shorter staircase that brings you to this point right here. And the idea for this part is to build a cliffside building. It'll attach to this part, obviously, and it'll have a nice overview of everything. You know, the view is super nice here, so we're just going to attach a building to this mountain and go with that route. Well, let's get back up here and do this because we're not even close to done yet. And the one thing that I'm wondering, and I'm also very scared about, is obviously the build limit. This build is ginormous and it's very spread out, but at the same time, I have no idea what's going to happen as I continue to build this thing. And here we are. We've made it to the top of the hill. Not quite, but we're very close. And if we look down, you can see how much we've done. It might not look like a lot because it's all the same color, but it's a lot. So what I'm thinking is I build up a tiny staircase on this part, and just like this, we can scale it up the top of the mountain and it will end right here. Unfortunately, we are going to be building a base up here, so I will have to remove the iconic tree at the top of Mount Everest. So we'll say goodbye to that. And I don't have a shovel, but eventually we'll dig this thing out of the ground. I'm just realizing I also need to break that chest. And with one more staircase, we have made it to the top. But that's not the end because we're going to double this up. So we're going to have a side entrance that will lead you up to the main compound, but we're also going to have another entrance if you want to go around the top of the mountain and get a nice view. So we will be building like this. And I got to put walls down this entire thing afterwards. But for the final connection of this thing, we will connect the other side of the entryway. Just like that. And one thing that I really wish you could do in this game is reach your builds further. Like, I should be able to build here, but I can't, so I have to build staircases. This part has been very, very challenging, and it has absolutely tested my patience. Everything needs to be perfect, so even if there's a tiny little gap like this, we're gonna fill it. Oh no, I just placed one in the wrong spot, and now we're stuck. Holy, okay, let's get up here. Let's break this. Oh, and we broke the wrong part. Oh my God. That's why this thing has taken more than a day, by the way. Okay, that is much better. Last piece goes there. And we just finished the wall on the front of this walkway. The last part of what we have to do is right in front of me right there. And then the staircase part is actually done. So let's finish that up. What I've been doing is just placing a bunch of staircases on the side of the mountain and using them in order to build. Seems like it's been the best solution. So yeah, I just kind of land on one of these and then I just start popping down builds. And we're out of stone for the 18th time. I'm not even lying. I think this whole entire project has cost me at least 3,000 stone. Sorry, granted, it's not even called stone. Jeez. I'm all over the place. I gotta get more stone though, and then we'll finish this off. And flying away from it, it looks absolutely insane. Oh. Okay. Luckily, I think I put a bed somewhere in the snow biome. I think. Ah, and we do. Okay, we're good. Look at that. It's our base right over there. Well, that was definitely not our best showing, but let's go collect our stuff, and then we got to get more granite. We've received all of our loot, and we have things attacking us now. These guys drop nothing good. And I'm done collecting my granite, but as you can see, I'm running up towards this thing, and it's loading in, and it looks like a beast. Let's get closer. The craziest part of this build is as you run up to it, I mean, I was far away since I was just getting granite, but It's still loading it. Continue adding the final touches on the wall. Looking pretty good. We need some railing still. I'm still not entirely sure how the top's gonna come together, so if you guys have any suggestions on that, feel free to let me know. Now, the last thing that we're adding, and we've already started doing it, is some railings, because of course we don't want to fall off of this thing. It's a pretty far drop, so we're gonna put some flat railings in to give ourselves a nice view, and this should do a good job of protecting us of falling. And there we go. Nice little balcony that's gonna sit under our base, and maybe eventually I'll put a roof behind it, but for now you just see a giant drop off. And with this sectioned off, we officially put all of the railings down across this entire staircase. And man, what a journey that was. I mean, I cut out basically all of it because it was so boring, but this genuinely took me 24 hours to do. So please drop a like for my suffering. Either way, this is obviously not done. And like I said, the last thing we're going to do in today's video is add some lighting to really wrap this thing up. And then we still have to build a mega base on top of it. I'm scared about the memory, but we'll get there when we get there. I gotta go grab a bunch of vines. That way we can add some lighting. And this has got to be the nicest part of having another village right next to the one we're building. We have all the vines we need inside of a chest. So let's get back over to our new base and let's start adding some lighting. And now it's dark and the torch is out of our hand, so it's the perfect time to start popping up some lights. Unfortunately, I'm poor. Otherwise, I would be popping down lanterns because I think that's the best way to light this place. But temporarily, we're gonna be putting down these bigger courtyard lanterns. So let's get started on doing that. And we're super close to being done. If I can stop lagging in this game, then we can put the last few down. And honestly, I think we're good. Let's take a glide down this thing and you'll see all of the lanterns that we have. It gives off this like weird yellow lighting though that I don't love. And again, I think the lantern is going to be a better long-term solution, but it costs copper and I don't want to spend all of mine right now. And I'm realizing how ugly they look on the staircase. I'm just going to throw it on the railing instead, even though it hangs over just a tad. I don't think it's the end of the world and I think it's going to look a lot better. We're also just going to destroy these and we'll put them right here on the edge. Put one in the corner as well. And I think now we're good. Oh my goodness. If you would look at that, I don't think we're ever going to be attacked by any mob while we're up here. And we'll take you on one final run through as I close out this video. I know it was a little bit of a shorter one, but it was difficult to try to make this entertaining while just building a bunch of stairs. I hope you guys still enjoyed the shorter episode. Yeah, we just got a bunch of twists and turns and eventually it leads you all the way up to the top. Stay tuned for tomorrow's upload because we're going to do more work on this as well as go back to our beach village because I have a few things to show you that I teased at the beginning of this one. But yeah, as we're making it up to the top, I want to hear your guys' suggestions as to what building we can place up here. And I definitely want to have a nice base here. Let me back out so this fog can go away. And here we are. The tree grew back in. But regardless, as you can see from the top of this view, the reason that we built this base here is ultimately so that we can put a village down to really get this thing started. I actually shouldn't have put it down yet, but I guess now we're too late. I should have saved that for a better spot, but I mean, it's fine. Now we'll start getting villagers here and we will have a perfect snow village that has immediate access to basically anything since I can jump and glide off of this mountain. And I can also do the flying technique so we never lose our stamina and we could basically go anywhere we want. And looking at the map, you'll see that there is a cave right there, which is that one. That's our ice cave village, so super close. And then we have our actual village right there. We are getting stacked in this game, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys are excited for the future episodes and me being back on YouTube, I know 2-day break is crazy, but if you are excited, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. And other than, wait, why does my village only have that much XP? I just built the most I've ever built in this game. I understand that it's not all in range, but that's still crazy. But either way, thank you so much for watching all the way until the end of this one. It's been your boy Kaz, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.